Did we lose Don? Don, can you hear us?
Does this sound good?
All right, worst comes to worst, guys. We'll just go to the Let's Play.
Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
We've lost Don again. All right, guys, we just want to do the Let's Play.
Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
Don, can you hear us now?
Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment. Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment. Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
There's a lot of sex in that.
Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment. Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
Not working well audio-wise. We're gonna go ahead and just record
Drunken
the Let's
difficulties.
Play.
Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
So we'll again.
Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
Later. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just do the Let's Play.
Drunken difficulties. Please stand by. Guys, Games, and Beer will be back in a moment.
I don't know what the heck that audio background noise that we're getting in tonight is, but we are.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We are having real issues tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and do the Let's Play, and we will definitely have links. The show will drop on Thursday, and you can check it out on Thursday.
Okay.
All right. Thanks again, Don. We'll talk to you later. Again, we'll have the Let's Play will drop Thursday.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You have a great evening.
Here we go.
Well, if we gotta do a Let's Play, we gotta clean this party mess up.
Hold on, 3, 2, 1. We are streaming, by the way. 3, 2, 1. And
Party mess!
Close our laptops.
live from the 6th subfloor basement of Guys, Games, and Beers Towers. It's the podcast of technical difficulties. Guys, Games, and Beer!
Yay!
Back with a
I was more excited earlier.
Yeah, I know we are all more excited earlier. We also had like 3 beers by now.
Can you hear me?
Hear me out?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I don't know.
Can you hear me
see
now?
me?
Okay, so
You're coming through Skype.
all right,
right?
so
that's
tonight's episode is about a particular game we've tried before, and we were trying to get the developer on, but we were having some technical issues. So we will go ahead and we're gonna talk about a game tonight called Heromaniacs, a 2-bit dungeon adventure card game. We actually did a show on this about a year ago at Gamehole. Don was the developer of the game, was on the show and talked a little bit about it. He was beta testing it out there. He was with another friend of ours, Troy, who developed quite a few games, and me and Larry got a chance to play this game. It is a really cool game. I'm going to let Larry take it from here and explain a little bit more about it as he shuffles the cards.
well, okay, so
Well, I make a little playing room.
The thumbnail is that each individual person is their own adventurer, and they're attempting to. They all run into a dungeon, and they're attempting to get to the level 5 dungeon, complete the dungeon, and get the hell out of there with treasure and fame. And the first person who does that is the winner. So now, how to do that? Well, you probably need a pile of heroes that are willing to die for you. So you'll on your turn you'll start recruiting idiots who are willing to run into a dungeon.
How many players is this?
It's a 2 to 4 player game.
All right, so
this. Oh, good.
you're a good player. You 4 play, and we can speak
Oh, I
up for
can't.
cigarettes.
I gotta leave at like 7, 7:15.
Well, they can play 3 players.
Oh yeah, they can. Good.
So yeah,
2 to 4 players.
Yes. Sorry,
So 3 is fine.
I can't balance
You 3 are going to play
in
the
my
game.
head.
Why did you play?
yeah, you guys.
Me and him are sitting up
Yeah.
for smoking treats.
Fuck you
What
guys.
do you guys
The podcast just started.
I know it did, but we've been working on. Me and Rob have been working on technical
Tyler
difficulties
says
for a while.
hi.
Well, I say we'll just wait
Tyler says
for them
hi.
to get back quietly.
Yeah.
You
We'll sit here and
won't.
say nothing.
Quietly.
We're gonna sit here and say nothing.
That will be interesting.
That'll make for great listening.
That will be good listening.
So the thing about this game is the thing about this game, I've got to say, I was really impressed with this game in a lot of ways. First of all, he used Microsoft Publisher to do the artwork, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Word.
Microsoft Word.
Yeah, whatever
shapes and
whatever shape is built in Microsoft.
I totally wanted to be able to talk
Word.
about altering that.
And here's the thing. So, I know he's been developing this game for a while, and he stayed true to it. He kept the original art. I'm sure he's added a little bit or modified, but it looks like he's still using Microsoft Word to the artwork. And I gotta tell you, considering he's doing it this way, it turned out freaking awesome.
It's like he originally told us it was, you know, he wasn't an artist by trade, but when you look at these and you get the sense of, well, he might be an artist by spirit.
Oh, hell yeah. He's really done a great job on these characters. And I think it adds to the overall feel of the game, because he's trying to give you this old school video game feel, you know, in the card game, and I think it works. I think it holds out really well.
Alright, let's set up some.
Alright, so you set up the first round.
So, wait. I don't like that starting card.
it's the same
Okay,
one.
it is the same one. Nice try there. Nice try.
That is super fun there.
That's fate right there.
Okay.
I see a picture of the.
Right, of the setup. And that's the cool thing. So actually, and he's done a really good job.
You gotta set some monsters up here. You know, you got your 18, you got this guy.
The documentation is really straightforward and set up. I think he's done.
got that 8 point.
You know,
but at least everybody's gonna get crushed.
I like the way the documentation works on this. You know, literally on page 1, it tells you how you start the game and how you finish the game. You know immediately what your goal is in the game. And I think that's, you know, for a card game, I don't want things that are overly convoluted. Right. Okay, so
it says each person takes a token.
Here's your tokens.
All right. I'm our show beer.
Oh.
Sorry, got it already.
Okay, well,
just as you work through here.
Well, one of you is gonna have this show beer. Oh wait, do you have another one?
Right.
I thought one was just black.
One of you is gonna have to do the show beer upside down.
And look, someone can be this guy.
So you got there. Now you have 3.
There you go. Now we got 3 of us.
Dude, just take to the garbage. We got plenty. Oh. Wait,
right.
I got a red one. Oh, no.
No, we already have a red one.
Okay. How are we doing on? Now, there's some other game setup stuff. Probably a few cards to start with, that kind of stuff.
Deal 3 hero cards to each player.
Okay, so each player gets 3 hero cards.
Each player places them face up in front of him or her. Do not flip them as they are dealt. This is his or her resource roll.
All right, so that's your resources.
I'm there. We are there. We're in good shape. We are.
Just at a quick glance here, I'm getting very like boss monster vibe.
You know, and that it is, but in a different kind of way. But yes, it has that same vibe.
Well, you know,
But here's the thing.
I get the vibe, but it's not the same, because what eventually I'm going to do on my turn, let's say, okay, I can band these 2 guys together as 10 points, so I know I can take.
Right.
I can attack.
Also,
hero
less about the room.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
well, no. Okay. I'm saying this because we're gonna have a lot of people who are looking at us right now. They don't know what this game is.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't really see the table well, so we need to.
Yes, it's along that same line, but instead of going against the room and the
where you're building your
or where you're building it, here it's against.
So on your turn, you can do multiple options, right? You only get 1. You get 1 thing you can do.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. And the 1 thing you can do is you can recruit. So that'd be take one of these fine heroes, and you can take up to 10 points worth of heroes.
Oh my god.
Right? So you can so it turns out we don't. Oh, so I can take these 2.
I love you.
Right, and add them to my deck of awesome, right? Because
I like this description.
It is a deck of awesome.
Because it's under 10 points, right?
Yep.
Or I can choose to grab this guy or this guy or this guy, just one of them, and take the flipped over version.
So it could be better.
So this could be better, could be worse. I don't know that, but I get to only take one of them and flip it over. I would imagine just as a technical idea, that the chances of just taking the lowest point possible and doing the flip, that it's going to probably be better on the other side. But, you know, that's just kind of like, it might be the same. Could be, you know. As when I flipped this deck, it was the same. All right, so then, but that ends my turn, right? If I recruit. And I can recruit one of two ways. But I can also attack, and I can attack a monster up here, right? As is, to what I see. Or I can look at this Cyclops and go, well, I'm going to attack whatever's underneath the Cyclops. Right? And I can bandy my guys together. I just can't go, oh, all of them. I can't. They have to somehow be cohesive. So, like, these two guys have an alignment that's the same, right? So these guys could band together. These guys have whatever this symbol is. What's this?
That's your class, probably?
Healer?
Okay, so like there,
I can bandy
just
those guys.
For people who aren't looking
Heroes.
for these hero cards, they have different icons along the left hand.
Right, and so that you can
they have
bandy.
icons on the left hand side of the and they have different icons, whether they be their alignment, which has like little smiley faces or frowny faces, things like that. They've got different class icons that kind of show which class they are, like the crossword healer, things like that. And you can apparently band them together.
You can band them together as long as they have at least one thing in common with each other. So theoretically, these two would band together, but I probably could bring him also because he bands with him bands with him. Right? I think that makes sense. Now, right now, John's probably watching this going, no, you got that all wrong! They have to completely all band. Okay, fine, that's probably true. But, you know, you gotta make that clear in the rules, which, I don't know.
You could read the rules to find out.
I don't think it says. I did read the rules earlier. I did. And then, of course, when you go to resolve, so I'm attacking this guy, and I've sent these guys after him, and now you got these sort of resolve sort of things on the cards that, you know, they have, some of them take place before combat, some of them take place after combat, so you gotta pay attention to all that in your resolution. So I think if we just sort of get going and sort of figure it out.
That's the best way to learn.
Yeah, you're player one.
It is the, how was I the player
I can't
one?
remember.
I believe we got a roll for playerism.
No, you seem to know.
There have been many times I played a game with Travis where I'm like, let's just play a second.
I got 3.
I'm a 3. Alright, 6. Alright, so you get to go first. Now remember,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
your actions your actions are you can recruit or you may attack. Yeah.
You should probably go straight to attacking. You know, best defense is a good offense.
If you combat, so
Also, you should probably never listen to anything I say.
now if you choose to attack, there are monsters that are might and there are magic monsters,
I
right?
appreciate that reference.
Yeah.
There are heroes, and there are creatures of might and magic.
and so if you choose those, I would assume that if you attack something with might, you probably should have some might skills, and then something with magic, you should probably have something of magic skills.
So you have to attack them with that same ability?
Well, that's what I'm working on.
Because I'm wondering, like, man, if somebody runs
You
into
said
a
you read
sword,
the
I'm like,
rules earlier.
it's like, all right, this guy's charging me with a sword. Can I fireball
I
him?
gave him a gloss. Okay?
Gloss and
Oh,
floss.
this is gonna go so well.
All right, monsters,
I have
right?
3 cards.
All right, so
You can count. Congrats.
let's decide what you're gonna do, and then we'll
I'm gonna
decide
recruit.
what rule I need to read.
I'm going to recruit.
Oh, that's easy. So I know that rule pretty easily.
Okay,
So-
so what do I do?
So you may select one of these and flip them over and take whatever the flipped over
Or
is, or up to 10 points of any of them.
And I did see in there you can only keep 7 cards.
Yeah,
a pretty big party.
Seven cards in your recruiting pile.
Okay.
So let's see. Meanwhile, here I'll try to resolve.
So, while Tyler's deciding what
magic
to buy,
monsters can only be attacked by magic.
I'm just saying, man, if somebody comes to me
seemed
with-
obvious earlier.
So, like, what should we be looking at if you're recruiting something? Like, is there, like, do they have different stats, or, like, what am I...
Well, obviously, overall strength, which is the top number,
Okay.
right?
What's the highest
And
one I
then-
can go to?
And then, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they go up to. I won't say that. Well, given you can only pull 10, I'm going to say the top is probably 10, right? Wouldn't that make sense? Kind of makes
Maybe.
sense. Anyways, the other thing is you might want, because you're probably going to have to band your guys together, you probably will want to grab people that you already have matches for.
Great.
So,
none of
for
my
example, this assassin here and this soldier have a common thing, so you can put them in combat together. This thief here is kind of neutral, and both of these guys are neutral, so you could band them together. All three of these are neutral, so you could grab both of these guys, and all three of these guys could go on to combat together. That's a 14-point attack right there.
Where?
What? There's,
5.
see this guy right here?
5.
Oh,
4.
they're neutral. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know what it actually is here.
There's
It's
smiley
well, it's a human. That's a human.
Oh, it's like the race.
That's a
Oh,
race.
so this game's... yeah, human, elf, dark elf, and dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can...
Yeah.
So...
So you have to band it together based on something. So,
Yeah.
you know, we're all wizards, we're all elves, we're all...
But it can't be the number up here. I'm
No.
It's just those.
Yeah,
that- okay.
yeah. You gotta
Yeah.
bandy them together somehow.
So
Alright.
it's pretty simple. Yeah, pretty, like, straightforward mechanic.
Okay, then
I
guess
think
that's
so.
not- Yeah.
So who are you recruiting here? You're taking forever.
We're still learning the game and asking questions.
Fine, I'm gonna take these
He
two.
wants you to be as uninformed as possible.
All
so, like,
right. Excellent. Good
I
job.
need more beer to deal with, Larry.
Hey, excellent. So now, here's a game mechanic. They really want you to keep the upright, right? Don't flip it. So when you backfill, so this is the end of your turn is a backfill. You backfill up to the 4. So, and
Come on, Elven Archmage.
I know, it would be awesome.
You're
And,
welcome, guys.
Yeah, well.
So
I mean,
there's some play in deciding what you want to recruit, because like if you see a really good monster at the top of the pile and you don't want to immediately give it to the person after you, you might want to think about that.
so this is might here. This is might. And so I'm gonna go
Oh,
ahead
it
and
goes counterclockwise? I'm just kidding. It's matter. You go.
this will be clockwise. I'm 6 o'clock, baby.
Yeah, he's 3, you'd be 6. Yeah, I know how clock.
Do you know how the clock works?
If
There's
you're
more
6,
people
that
on
would be
this
9.
side,
That would be
so
midnight.
it's gonna go this
Yeah.
way.
No, it doesn't matter. This is clockwise. This is definitely clock. You go to your left.
It's going
Yes.
to your left.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying, like, we have
Oh,
so
wait,
many rules.
crap.
I
Go to
understand
go.
now.
We're having trouble discovering how a clock moves. And you know what the sad part is?
I'm a lefty. So.
You're old
I am
enough.
too.
You're old enough that you were probably taught an actual clock face
Yeah.
as a young man.
Digital. It's all digital, man.
I
My
was taught
2
on
years young
clock
stiff
face.
of you.
I wasn't sure on you, young bucks.
It was just the fact
You,
that
you made whether or not you saw a clock face or not, or just
Clock
digital,
face?
or just
In law clocks still exist.
digital numbers. You know.
They
So
just-
anyway,
they disappear.
all right. So I'm gonna try the combat. All right, I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
try
attack right
the
away? Oh.
try the combat, baby. Now, all right. So
That's how Larry died.
and that's how Larry died. Okay, so we just discovered how to do recruiting. So he did recruiting very well. So now we're gonna discover how to kill something. So I'm gonna go with combat. The active player chooses a monster to attack. Boom, that guy right there. And then with 1 or more cards from his resource, he deploys heroes. Now, these guys are both human, okay?
And they're like
So they're going after
10
it,
points.
right? And it's 10 points. So therefore, if it's greater than, everyone recognizes that 8 and
It's less
10,
than
10 is greater
10 is
than?
greater.
10 is greater than a strength, then the monster is defeated. And all the heroes and monsters after abilities are then discarded. All heroes used in the... So everything's discarded, right? This is burning my resource, right?
So like, you've killed You don't have to do
I kill
anything
it.
with this
I think I keep
bottom
that though,
section.
because I get some points for that, like some experience points. That's gonna be in the cleanup part of it. If you overpaid, which I did, when cashing experience, the experience is lost. So if you overpay, right? Okay, now let's see. So we need deployment abilities. So this ability triggers one time when it is deployed. So what does he do? As a healer, the party can ignore skeletons. Not a problem. He's not a skeleton. Doesn't really matter. As a star, discard a hero and copy its ability. As a star, discard a hero and copy its ability. Oh, so I could, if I wanted to amp it up, right? I could get rid of this shaman and I could put him in play, right?
Okay.
So if I
But
wanted
this
that
card, you just
ability,
get that
right?
ability.
All right. Now, what does the monster have for abilities?
Roll a die.
He's got some roll a die. On a 1 or 3, add nothing. For a 4 or 5, add 3 to the experience. Or the plus
do you
to
do
the
the-
level.
well,
Okay, so
now-
I need to roll.
Wait.
And I need to roll low, or I
Question.
might lose.
Question.
Okay, hold
Question.
on.
No,
Settle down.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
so it's
that's
a
fine.
4.
Let's not learn the game.
What?
Do you automatically do whatever the first one is, or is it based on the symbols of what you do?
You based on the symbols. So this is deployment ability. So I put them in. It's an optional ability.
Okay.
Defense effects are resolved first when a hero is deployed to the monster.
Okay.
They were both
See?
deployed, so we
There we
had to
go.
roll. Now I'm gonna lose,
Because you roll a 4 and it says
and now I'm
add
gonna
plus
add
3 to level, which
at
is
3,
11.
which is gonna put me over, right? So bad stuff. If a hero's unable to kill it, they must run away. The number of skeletons indicate the number of hero cards the player must discard if he runs away. Oh, skeletons there. So I gotta discard both of them because there's 2 skeletons
So
on
if
there.
you had 1, you still discard.
What?
Had you 1, would you still
Yes.
discard?
But I would keep that for
would
experience,
be
so I
this.
get no experience.
So that kind of goes
I
back.
burnt my resources, and yeah. So it was all around bad for Larry. All around,
Okay.
which everyone's happy about, I know. But, we're going to put that in the right one. So this is a discard pile.
Okay.
You got to keep
Okay.
that a little separated, because otherwise they'll get mixed up easy, because they look kind of the same.
So
Alright, so my turn's over. I did
I'm
one
recruiting-
exciting turn.
I'm recruiting one guy.
Shit. Yeah, me too.
Boom. There we go. And then my time is
That's
over.
it, next.
And we're going clockwise, so I've got plenty of time.
So then
He was
this would
convinced we were
this
not
would
going the right way.
come here,
earlier.
right?
What?
This would come here.
Yes.
My turn?
Yeah, he didn't clean up. He didn't refresh the hero pile or the monster pile.
Okay.
So, you know.
I just want to see, what does that symbol mean? What race is that?
That's a dark elf.
Dark elf, okay.
No.
That's human, that's elf, and do we have any? What's the symbol for dwarves? Is that dwarves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's dwarf. Yep.
Okay. That's all I was curious about. Alright, so it's my turn again.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously part of this game is you want to be, you want synergies here, like you want your characters to line up in different ways so you can use them all together in different ways and stuff like
Yes.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay, well I have this card which I can't really use with anyone else, so good strategy would be maybe I should go with someone that can use. I'm going to recruit him. And that puts me at 6 cards, so I can only have 1 more card, correct?
What?
So I recruited him because I don't
Yeah.
have anyone to play with him, so I got him, and then I can only get 1 more card if my turn came around
Yes.
again. Okay.
Yes. You gotta burn some cards up.
Now, but my turn's over because I recruited.
Yes.
I
Max limit of resource is 7.
Okay.
So I have an
Clearly
interesting
says
question.
7.
When you're putting something from the deck into the game,
Mhm.
do you go across or do you flip it over?
Keep the same orientation, it says.
Okay. Because it's like you can almost see like, oh, that's
Alright,
the next
I
card.
clearly need some resources.
No.
I clearly do.
Not attack, Rob. You got this.
I'm gonna try. Oh, I can grab. Oh, I can grab
Up to
2.
10.
Up to 10.
Or 1 if you flip it over.
I'll grab these 2 because that is 10, and then I'll backfill as the ending of my turn. I like the Acorn Knight, by the way. That's one of my favorites.
Which one?
Acorn Knight.
Yes. This, and that's something I found about the game. I like some of the character design of the game. They're
Oh, by the way, if you have experience at the end of turn, you can level up and clear. You want to clear a dungeon, right? You want to clear a dungeon. So players start at level 1 dungeon by defeating monsters and cashing in. The player gains from the monsters. They advance through the dungeon 1 level at a time, max. So even if you somehow got 20 points of experience, you just can't go from 5 to this.
Okay.
You would just go to here, right?
Okay.
And so they would advance 1 level at a time. The first player to escape level 5 is the winner. To clear a dungeon level, player must cash in experience greater than or equal to the experience level. For example, to clear level 1, a player must cash in 5 experience points to advance to level 2.
So we just had a difficult batch of monsters to attack.
Now you can try the flip side, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can try the flip side. You know. Now, where's the experience points on a monster? Is it their heart?
I would assume so.
Or is it just like,
Each card is 1.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's 1 of the 2.
Okay, okay, so.
Once the bad stuff somehow converts into experience too.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it is just, okay, level monster. So this is a level monster, right? And so this is worth 18 points, but if you killed him and you used it here, you would just jump to this one, yeah.
Cool.
These guys mean something too here, like, you gotta do something else for those. And where the heck is that information there? Oh,
right there.
I see
Whose turn is it?
I see a problem. It's his, you
Oh,
haven't done anything.
well, I'm just listening
Well,
to the rules and
jeez.
stuff.
It almost
Simple.
feels
I'm
like
gonna be
it's
simple.
not-
I'm gonna grab some resources.
It feels like that would be the best strategy.
Now, backfill.
Backfill and
Yeah.
slide in a couple new ones, right?
The backs of them like randomly are random or just like anything.
They could be anything on the back, right?
Yeah, it could be anything in the
Like,
back.
if you bring over this Mystic 1, you can flip it over and maybe it be another
And this
Mystic
one could be
1. Yeah.
Okay,
Like you could
so,
flip when you attack.
alright,
If you could
so,
flip that guy.
level 2 is clear for the first time. Add a 6th monster to the field.
Well, we haven't cleared done. Wait.
So, let's see. After level 1 is cleared for the first time, add a 5th monster.
So we've gone through. So we really should have added.
No, but we haven't
No?
cleared, nobody's cleared it.
Oh, not just. Okay.
Yeah,
That's considered level 1 as well as dungeon 1. Okay.
yeah. The only thing I don't, okay, alright, dungeon effects, okay. Alright, so, when a player is in dungeon level 2,
Mm-hmm.
your hand limit is 5.
Okay. Is that 5
Yeah.
from then on then?
Well, no. When you get to level 3, to escape dungeon, a player must not cash in 15 experience, but they must cash in a boss monster.
Okay.
Right. Number 4, no ally abilities while the player is in 4. His and his heroes cannot use their ally abilities. So allies' abilities actually have a marking. Like ally abilities.
Oh, is that second line?
Yeah, ally abilities. So,
What's going on?
let's see.
Rule clarification.
No, they actually have a little symbol here where the 2 people are, right? Ally abilities. And then level 5, a boss monster level. While the player is in level 5, a monster levels are increased by 5 for that player, right? Okay, so are you good? Are you good?
You see those?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So you're still up?
No,
Yeah.
I'm done.
What'd you do? Oh, you
I grabbed
resourced.
2 cards.
You research.
Are you resourcing or what? Or
No,
contemplating or?
Wait, no, it's it's a clock thing.
Yeah.
You should be sitting here. Just
God,
relax.
where did you learn your clocks?
Okay.
Grade school.
So 6.
We're seeing grade schools.
Oh.
Private. Come
I
on.
was gonna say
Ah,
private. Private.
No, might as well go for the full out. You know,
God makes
hand
those things
here.
go the other direction.
I'm gonna go with something
man.
random.
Okay.
No, Tyler's up to something.
I'm pulling up a random number generator.
What are you doing? Wait, this is supposed to only take an hour.
Well, I'm sorry.
But he needs a random number generator, evidently.
There we go.
All right.
What'd you do?
Pick this one, but flipped it over so I.
So you went from
Now
a
you
4
have
to a
7 cards. So you almost have to attack.
No, I
this
went
thing.
from a 2 to a 7.
Wow, that's good. This is a 1. I bet you that's good on the other side.
Or it's another 1.
Or I'm just gonna grab the 10 spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll do
Here
some
we go.
backfilling. Alright, we're gonna have to do some attacking because we're gonna run out of cards
Yeah.
here.
I got 2 of these blue guys, right?
You do?
So I have 14 points. So I could either go after this guy
Yes.
or this guy. I'm just trying to get out of dungeon 1, right?
Well, yeah.
So if I attack this guy,
Okay.
right?
Followed us.
Do I just?
Well, I mean,
Well,
technically,
doing that.
you could attack him.
I thought you had to attack the same.
No.
No.
You attack any of them.
Oh.
Well, you gotta attack him with what, you know, I mean, these guys probably do might, right? So, you know,
Okay.
yeah, might versus magic, you know, that kind of thing.
What's not attacking?
Ooh, but you're magic,
Might
aren't you?
monkey.
Because
Yeah.
you're blue.
Right, he's blue.
So you do have to attack.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm going
Yeah.
for this guy because he's a little bit less.
Alright, go for it.
So what do I get? I got.
You probably gotta roll a die.
You may roll a die. May.
Galactic. It just sits
I think you have to.
Okay. Perfectly good reason.
I'm gonna say you have to.
So it says on 1 to 3 discard a card. 4 -4 strength. 5 game plus strength. 6 defeat the fates.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so you may roll. That makes sense. Like
Do I
this
have
one, you have to roll. This one is a you may roll. Now, and this is just like, do you even want to, you know, like, if you just walk up, there's a chance they'll just like go
Yeah.
away.
Exactly. You just they may just leave.
Yeah, but there's also a chance
Just
they
like
may
real
turn you
life.
into a toad. I mean, I'm putting that in air quotes.
So am I kind of forced to?
You don't have to do it. You can just go straight attack.
So if I straight attack, do I just win?
Well, what does everything else say?
Trash this card. Take +1. I'm not gonna trash it, right?
Right?
Undo. Trash this card. Cancel the action. Just take.
Okay, so that's not really it.
So if I just.
Yeah, I would say you get the card.
I have
Woo!
14.
Nail it!
Nailed
But these guys are gone, right?
Oh yeah.
And then those guys go there.
Well,
Right.
no, they go in
So
the
the-
hero
yeah, the
discard
hero.
pile.
And then
And he goes in this discard pile, and you go into dungeon level 1.
so I just have 5 points. To
Well,
regret.
you're actually. Well, I guess we're all in this dungeon, right?
Right. You're all starting
We're
at
all in
level 1.
here, and then you move to this dungeon. Now remember, you're only allowed 5 cards now.
Well, I only have 4, so.
Well, I know you're right in there. You're right in there.
Okay. So I have a question about how I can deploy people.
Okay.
Now, does every single card I deploy to fight have to have a matching symbol, or can it be like these two have a matching symbol, but this one also matches
Oh
one
yeah,
of
and
these?
backfill, by the way.
So like, okay, these two match here,
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure on. So.
and they could do this then.
See, I feel like well, no, they could. They're all humans,
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
but they're all humans.
or what about? Okay,
That would be what they all matched on. You're trying to see if you can chain lightning.
Yeah.
So
like here, like
these
that.
guys, right, like that. Now I don't know.
That's the real question here. And now then the question is, okay, he is Mike. Can I only use my characters to take him out?
What?
So he's Mike. So I'm assuming that's what the red means?
Alright, might monsters can only be attacked by might, so that answers that. Yes, you must use 100% might to attack
So
might.
they must have to have that red stripe there in
Yes.
order to attack him.
And magic's gotta be magic.
Okay.
Okay, everyone good on that?
Yep.
Alright. Once it, we use one or more heroes from a row and place them on a team attack. Multiple hero cards can be deployed against a single monster. As all of the selected monsters have been grouped by at least one common trait. So they all have the same race, they all have the same job. Well, that's been answered too.
So they all have to have at least one thing in common.
Right, so all three of these guys could do something, although he's not useful because he's not Mike. Well, depending on who you attack.
Well, the way I was reading that, if they all have to have one thing in trait, that means they all have to have one thing in common. So like the one I put out earlier.
Yeah, they all have to be, so these are all humans.
So
this guy
one
couldn't
wouldn't
work.
Okay.
No, this one would because they're all
No,
humans.
that's what I'm just saying. So like when I did this one,
That would work too. Because
yeah,
they're,
that.
they all have stars. They all have the same
Yeah, but the one I
job.
had where they like didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That wouldn't work. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
So I have to go for something. Here.
And of course these guys can do might or magic. Because they
Now-
have both flags.
With the dungeons, each has an XP. Is that I have to get 5 XP to get here then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. So you only need this bad boy here.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I should go for that.
So I kind of overkilled for the first one.
Oh yeah, you for sure overkill.
Because I can't jump 2 cards. I should have like tried to do it, but we had nothing that was like.
Well, you could have flipped it.
We had nothing
Could
that
have
low.
flipped it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You could have went for a flip.
But no, I had easy kill, so
Okay.
I went for that.
And I just have to match it. I don't have to exceed the number, correct?
No,
You matched,
you gotta
have to
exceed.
do.
I
thought
It's a
you
greater than situation.
Okay.
Yeah. Equal to the strength of deployment the monster, so the active player not only wait. Let's see. If the strength of deploying heroes is equal to the monster's level, the active player not only defeats the monster, so that's good, and adds it to his level, but he or she can take an additional action.
Wow, okay.
That is exciting stuff right
So
there.
I can
Wow.
attack and then attack again?
Yeah!
Yes.
And then you could be in level 3 dungeon if you had enough resources and the right skill set.
So I'm going to attack that with this.
That sounds like life for me.
So what does that mean now with all these?
What is what?
With
Alright, so each player rolls a die on a discard a card. So it's everybody's got to do something, right? So thanks, Tyler. Alright.
Yes! The siren's on.
Alright, I'm good too. Alright, we're all fine.
Nobody had to discard.
So nobody had to discard with those stupid sirens that tried to ram our boats into rocks.
No, they make you jump over the edge. No, sir.
No, and then they kill you,
Yeah, they drown you.
eat you.
They drown you. I don't know if they eat you.
Oh.
They might eat you.
Maybe later.
What's
So
Maybe
I don't have to do
Yeah,
that, right?
Food.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as a you discard, you can copy it. Yeah, that's just an optional ability.
Okay. What about this part? Raid.
Raid. This hero may attack a collected pile. Well, that's nice. So
Maybe
like
you could gather a couple.
like if you had a collected pile,
Order in the court. Oh.
like if you had a collected pile over there, right? So inact ability. This ability can be used only once and once during the opponent's. This ability, the hero card must be then discarded. So you could, like, if you deployed this another guy to attack him, this guy could go off and kill like his pile if he had one. Is what I'm thinking.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand what you just said.
Okay, so sometimes you're gonna be in a position
Well, he's a thief.
to right. Well, right. Now listen. You sometimes you're going to be in a position where you have kills, but you haven't used them to up your level. Right?
Okay.
Oh,
This guy,
if I have, like-
you can deploy him and deploy another guy, and instead of attacking him, he runs off and attacks somebody else's collection
So, like,
pile.
I have
So
8
he can steal it.
Like, that might be better later on, because, like, let's say I have 14 points.
Right.
I have
but
2.
but he has a cheap one over there. You could go over and steal it. Like if he had a 4 in his collection pile, you could go over and steal it.
And then take out, if there was like a 1 or something, then move up.
Right.
Okay, well,
Right.
what do you have for Mike? I was looking at the match. Well, maybe I'll say him. So, 8 roll dice.
But he is a sweet 5, although you got 2 of them, so I guess you could, use one of them probably. Do we have any comments out there? Is anybody even watching? Hello?
They said.
I have been watching down a lot of comments.
Santa thinks we've been done for an hour.
There's a comment for you.
Pretty much.
We pretty much checked out an hour ago.
Yeah, we ordered a pizza. And,
And that's what happened. Guys, games, and beer. Pizza chomping. Guys, games, and pizza.
So, is our podcast doomed to fail?
Okay,
So many podcasts is due
I'm
to
gonna
fail.
use these 2.
Yeah, watch TV.
Well, alright.
Attack him.
The 8?
Yeah. I can't really do anything else.
You're going to attack the 8.
Yes.
Okay, then roll. Alright, so no problem. So it didn't add anything. So that's great. So I'm pretty confident he's dead. So by the way, this symbol is so you can shoot flying creatures.
Yes, I got that. But this says, roll dice. If you roll 5 or 6, return to hand. So does that
Oh
mean after
yeah,
I use
roll
it?
it out.
That's why I was like insurance.
It's an
because-
after effect.
Yeah.
And you failed. You got another one.
He hasn't even rolled the dice yet.
Yeah, well.
But what about this?
What? Take a play.
How is it we give away dice towers and we never have a dice
add
tower
it to your
on
hand.
play?
That's
So
a
when I
really good
use
point,
them, does that mean I
actually.
get to steal a card from one of you guys?
This ability triggers only once when the player is deployed. It's an optional thing, so yeah, you can do it. But
I
your
think I'm
friend-
gonna do
Your
that.
friends may hate you for it,
I don't care.
Wait,
and they may.
can he take it even though he's already over 7 cards?
Is that the
Or I'm
is
not.
that in the instructions? Does it say
That your friends can hate you for it?
friends can hate you?
No, but they should.
I played it, so I'm assuming that I.
It's a deployment, by the way. So you're past deployment now.
Okay.
So
That's good to hear. It's good to have.
no, I think you could choose to steal one of our cards.
Now, how does that work if I
That's
had
my
7
nap
cards in my
dice,
hand already?
Well, you don't have 7 cards in your hand right
Because
now.
these are deployed.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
deployed. So you can steal a card.
Really?
That would be my thought. What?
It's called Save Password.
Yeah, I did it like a long time ago.
Dude, are we gonna watch a zombie movie?
Do show password.
yeah,
So you
right.
know.
Yeah.
We all want
Damn it.
Netflix.
Who doesn't want Netflix?
Damn it, this does not bode well to our Let's Play
Okay.
when
I'm taking your
Right, we're
paladin.
talking about Netflix.
Your paladin
when
is
you
gone.
fired up
No.
Netflix.
Wait, what do you
You guys are
What the hell?
You're doing great on the Let's Play.
But if it's not interestingly
Yeah,
enough
I'm
for
gonna
you
take
to
this.
put on
Alright.
Netflix,
So I took him out. I'm going to lose him.
fuck you.
I'm going to roll to see if I keep him though.
Should look at the G2B private chat.
What you stole one of my cards, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You're a dick.
And then you keep either of these, so both these are discarded. Because they're rolling the dice.
Yeah, and you sucked. So I'm happy about that.
So you're
Wait,
Wait, now
that
you got
sucks.
too many. Oh, you got something. Are you gonna backfill?
Did you
That
get
is
to
good.
move though?
Now, can I do that in this turn?
Ugh.
Did you win that card? I think you have to.
Alright. What?
So I can go.
Well, no, you can choose to turn it. I see no reason not to turn it in.
Yeah. So, which one's mine?
You're the.
I'm the
red.
flip. I'm upside down. So.
Yeah.
All right, so but now you both
You're strange.
Oh,
done your
right.
level 2. So now you're limited to 5 cards though.
You
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
that's right.
forced to discard them?
Now yeah, you would have to
Right.
discard.
For Dungeon
now.
Level 2, you're limited to 5 cards.
So I'm gonna discard one I stole from Larry to keep him behind me.
That's fine. That is fine, Dick.
Well, that's douchematic right there.
That really was. Wow.
Hey, the
Alright.
goal's to win, damn it.
Okay, see? The rules. Rules.
Wow.
Well, guys, games and beer can.
The dwarf mage is kind of a racist asshole.
What? What?
Because he cannot be deployed with the dark mage.
Oh.
Oh, that's
So-
racist.
You can't be deployed with dwarves in general, the dark elf.
Well, I mean, you know, it cuts both ways, I guess. Alright, so we got lots of magic out there. What do I got for magic? So I can attack magic. I can attack the siren. I can get my 5, and that will move me up with everyone else. And I would get an extra action. Alright.
But you could also lose a card, or do you
Well-
go with that?
Everyone's gonna maybe lose a card.
Vengeance, huh?
I hope so. Roll, please.
Wow.
Yeah! Someone loses a card!
You.
Attack that.
So discard a card.
Oh, I have to choose one.
Yeah, just
That's
discard a card. Alright, screwing someone over. So much fun. Okay.
Oh, Netflix is offline.
Alright, so this guy goes away because I used him. And I successfully grabbed this one. And so I'm going to go ahead and move up with the rest of you punks.
Punks.
Call them punks.
I did.
Punks.
I did. So we're moving along good now.
Yeah, now you're making some
Yeah,
progress. Now you're
let's
up to level 2.
go.
Starting to make sense here. It's always
So,
rough when you haven't
know,
played the game.
That's it. That's it. But you know, the learning curve on this game was not that bad.
It's not bad.
You know, once you get the rhythm
It's
of the
4
game.
total pages.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I was saying, like there have been multiple games where we've tried reading the rules or someone's trying to explain. I'm like, no, stop. Let's just play through it. It's easier to visually see. We can physically go through and get the motion.
See, I'm the same way. I have to. I can read through the directions a dozen times.
Someone can explain to me. It doesn't matter if we play through it. I got it.
Exactly.
You can grab
I'm
this.
the same
You
way.
can grab this damn one, you know, too.
Or
Because
flip
you
it
grabbed
over.
a 7, so you could really tear
Oh,
this one up.
Oh, you already grabbed
Like
one. So now
tissue
you can't.
But it would have been like the. Yeah. But you,
Alright.
didn't, you didn't grab them either, did you?
No, I killed something instead of recruiting.
Just now?
Yeah, that's why I'm on
Oh,
the same
it's
level
this
with
turn.
you.
That's right.
Oh, so you're done. So it's my turn.
Back to you. Yeah.
My turn.
There's Larry. Bye, Larry.
Oh, fuck.
Which won't make any sense to everybody because he's already gone by the time you just said bye, Larry.
I know, right? Oh yeah, that's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah.
Stupid time delay. I don't get it.
Can I discard?
Seven
cards?
seconds. That's the second dump button. Oh, and if we don't jump
Yeah,
or
right.
anything, what the
We
fuck
don't
am I
jump
saying?
nothing.
What?
Fuck,
Can I
fuck, fuck.
discard cards?
Oh,
15-minute dump button. That's what we need.
Why do you need to discard cards?
Well, I'm curious if I can, so I can build up things that are more in sync, so I can take the things up
Oh.
there.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Larry, do you remember if you can discard cards?
Because specifically, I want
You
to
can just
keep
get rid
these
of
two.
I don't think you can just get rid of Hero though.
You could fail your attack and then it would go
Intentionally.
Yeah, but you
bye-bye.
can't intentionally just throw it. You just can't throw it in the discard pile. You have to actually go do the
do the
attack and
motion
fail.
and lose your turn.
Right, right. It eats a turn up basically.
It needs a turn up.
Hey, did you not remember The Walking Dead?
Remember,
it's turn ups.
You can flip these
They're
guys,
turn
so
ups.
all these guys look pretty
They
threatening.
had extras, remember?
You
Yeah.
can flip them.
Extra turn ups.
Okay.
Well, it would be in the action pile.
Bless
do
you.
One of the following actions. You can flip equal strength, blah blah blah. Level up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that one just straight up discard is not in the cards.
Okay. So if I wanted to say attack him, this would work, right?
Yeah, and so far it's magic.
Well, wait,
That's
they
how
don't line up-
magic.
They don't line up. See, that's the issue. Damn.
No, you gotta be more smart when you recruit.
Yeah, I didn't know what we were doing.
Well, you know, stop stealing from me is to start with.
So fuck it, I think I'm going to.
so I see you can have a possibility of 14 magic power.
Yeah.
You're not watching the chat. Oh,
I am watching the chat. Which
nah,
one?
G2B chat.
So like these all are humans.
Yeah, well, I got
Oh, that was
Yeah,
looking
no,
at
So
I saw
they
that.
could totally jump in and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna kick
I
that
got that
Jade's
over
ass." But you gotta roll a die for each one if the hero attack has no effect, so that's kind of dangerous. But you can just bust on the bone shark. You just like crush his skull. Just crush it.
I think I'm gonna do that actually.
You're gonna crush his skull.
Yeah, it's debating. So.
Alright, well, okay, stop! So the first thing we'll resolve is the before play.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is he's not fighting. The next thing we got to do is he's gonna continue. He's just gonna stay here. He's not gonna raid. And this is the roll a die for a hero's strength by result. But you're even, so I would assume you won't do that either.
Yeah. So,
All right. So you've kicked his ass. You've totally dominated. But it's 9, so someone can backfill. Okay.
This is a multimedia podcast. It's a multimedia show.
Exactly. We're just taking care of
I'm
chat
going
stuff.
to go with a flip recruit. Boom! Yeah, what an upgrade, baby! I love the flip recruit. What?
Nothing.
Nothing's going on.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Alright, I'm done, babe. Done. My next turn, though, I'm going to kick some ass. Just so you know.
Okay, but right now.
Right now, I'm done. What are you doing?
Nothing.
I feel like it's
So did I do something as simple
What
as
are you doing?
Nothing.
I don't feel like it's good for me.
Are you in the chat or the
So I-
G2B chat?
The G2B chat.
So the thing I sent you last night.
Yeah. Yes.
I've got these two, right? So I got 11 points.
You do?
And then in the one thing it says, this hero, take, so the green is always done first.
Yes.
Take a card from player, add it to your hand.
Yes, you can do that.
So I'm gonna jackass.
Add it
Which
to your
was it?
hand. Add it to your hand.
I believe
Oh,
we've chosen our game douche.
Yes.
Now I gotta think of better.
But
We're all in pretty douchey in
that's
this
still
game.
probably fine for you. Just continue with your thought. Because you're probably going to kill this guy. And he's 11. And you
But
only
he doesn't
need
have
10.
anything to do against him, so yeah.
So, but you're
kinda
already
what-
stealing a card from him.
Yeah.
And you get to keep that
He
card.
just doesn't want me to take one of his cards.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
That's literally what
Wow.
he's doing.
So these two are equal,
And-
so what do we do?
Wait. Not take mine and screw him.
I was really
looking
that one.
for 2 things.
He doesn't take.
I know, but
Yeah, no, but it
Does
was
it
more
say
fun
that?
it
this
was
way.
for the triangle. I thought it was something that was adding to.
So you should take something and
that was-
you should
that was great.
reevaluate
That was
and
great.
take what you want.
That was great.
Reevaluate your life choices, Brian.
All right. Now, if this was now you're attacking him, right?
You're not
That's
gonna
the idea.
reevaluate
You're attacking
him?
him. And so,
Jeez.
not a flying creature, so this doesn't come into effect. Actor player discards a dwarf just deployed, so
I didn't deploy it.
yeah, so that's not really a problem. All right, so then, you know what happened? You killed him with just the right
With
amount, so you
kindness.
get an extra attack. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, what?
I didn't get an extra attack.
No.
Yeah.
No. So these guys still go away. They still go away. You were
But I take
successful,
this.
and you take that, and you get an extra action, which can be an attack.
I didn't get mine though.
Oh, I get to because when you equal, you can.
When you equal, yeah, well, it ain't my fault you don't pay attention. They-
Oh, so You actually don't get
We're
that.
not going. We're
You
not
don't
going.
get it because you don't
we're
remember
not
the
go-
rule. My
We're
bad.
not going back 2 rounds, okay? We're not gonna. On your next time you do it, actually, I did tell you to. Why did you not take the second one? I don't know. No,
Didn't
you're
say that.
recruited for the second one.
No,
You
I
get an
didn't.
extra action. You get whatever it
didn't
is you
recruit
chose
anyone.
to do.
I didn't do any of that.
Well, then that's on you, man. I did tell you.
So I get to like.
I did tell you.
I kind of get an extra turn. Is that-
Well, you get an extra action. And since there's
Which is
only
kind of like an extra turn.
Well, there's only 1 action per turn. Yeah, no, that's
I'm
right.
recruiting my
Exactly.
second action.
Then you backfill. Well, that's nice. Now, here's the one thing we have been doing wrong, but I'm just gonna let it roll because we've been doing it wrong, and we'll just stay with it. In order to go a level up,
That's my turn.
that's an action,
Oh.
right? So
I'm just gonna
theoretically,
sit down here and
right? You could.
I could lose it.
You could lose it.
Like,
And that's where I think that extra action really comes probably more into play. Is that
so really
I-
shouldn't have.
we shouldn't
We should
use
hold on
it
to
as
our
an
monster,
action.
and the action is to
Right.
move
So
up.
there's a monster because one of the attacks here is you get to attack someone else's monster, and well if they get to turn them in right away, that's never going to happen, or it's not going to happen very often.
Yeah.
So, but if you have to wait a turn, it's always going to be sitting out there, right?
Okay.
So, but that we didn't start that way, so I'm not gonna. If you want to level up now, that's fine. I'm not gonna. It's not the right way to do it, but we didn't start that way.
This is a game you boys are gonna lose.
What?
Not you two.
All right.
No, you might lose too, but we'll
Well, since
see.
I got the extra turn, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna be nice. I think going forward.
Yeah. All right. So going forward,
If you beat a monster, you
level
hold
up.
on to that monster. Somebody
you
else,
gotta,
you have
you
2
gotta
turns to
level up.
hope.
So it's a
that
going
somebody else-
forward rule. Because I reread all the actions, and it's specifically an action to itself. So you may do one of, right?
Okay.
Okay. So Don, if you're watching, we got it right now.
I think I figured it out now.
So anyways, your turn.
No, my turn. It's my turn. So I get an extra
Stop
turn.
googling. No.
No, you only get your only turn. Assuming you grab me a beer, then you can have your turn.
But if not,
But if not, we skip you. I think I read that in the rules. The beer call rule. Anytime any player asks another player to get a beer, if they choose not to do that,
oh God, Laura! Jesus, Laura!
Alright, what are
Do
you
you
doing
feel
over
bad for
here?
Justin right now, or?
The
Or
comments
should Justin
in
be
the
happy?
G2B private room
Are pretty much spot on.
The
Oh,
G2B
great.
private room.
Yeah, we have.
It is kind of a private room.
It
Isn't
is.
it?
Yeah, it is. All right, so
Where's the pole?
we should probably wrap this up.
Oh, so we got the general
Yeah.
idea? Is
Now
that
that
the
you have a
idea?
general idea,
Can we make it through the round?
yeah, make it through the round.
Make it through.
Well, we started with him, so we have.
Oh. But he's
Yeah.
so much deep in thought.
I know.
I'm just looking
I
at
know.
it.
Kind of want to play it out. Let's just
See
play
where the hell,
it out.
see where the hell this is going.
Well, we know part of this is
I think we've done 90% of the rules at some point.
Yeah. Attacking him. So
All right.
I win.
Wait.
Yeah, I get all in the part
Oh,
of the
you
game.
get to roll something.
Oh yeah, that's right. No.
Tink.
See, unsuccessfully.
But
No, we said going forward that you gotta wait for that action next turn. Yeah, so
So you guys.
suck it.
So you needed. Oh, I see. I get it.
All right. Well,
Larry takes all of our points. Levels up through the rest of the game, wins. No.
all right. So I need a little. I don't have a monster. I need might. I need might. Okay, so I have a lot of might. So
got a lot of might.
I got a lot of bite. Okay, so these guys are all gonna attack the Cyclops. Right? So we're kicking his, and I have 18 exactly enough. Killing it. Boom, done. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing. I feel like
What, you guys aren't a fan of Dragon Tales?
No.
Alright.
I'm loving Dragon Tales right now.
Boom, comes back.
Oh my.
Goes away.
That's messed up.
Alright. Alright, your turn. What are you guys doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Larry.
I'm gonna go to level 3.
I'm gonna look
Are
later.
you gonna
It's
do level
be
3?
like,
All
what
right.
the hell?
So this gets discarded.
Right.
I only lost 1 point to go up, right? The idea is not to spend too many points.
Oh yeah,
Don't level up.
Hey.
If you
Oh, wait,
you
this
want-
pile. Sorry, this pile.
Right.
Yeah.
If you can keep it to just what you need to spend.
Oh,
but
but
yeah.
you need 15.
No, I needed 10 to get
Oh,
out
we
of
need
here.
10. I'm gonna way overpay.
Because we needed 5 to get
Oh.
out of here. We
Right.
needed
So,
10 to get
out of
but,
there,
but,
right.
but this I remember from when we played last year. I killed this guy, and I don't have to use him.
No.
I can just tuck him away.
You might want to save him for
and
that.
I might want to save him for that.
Exactly.
I got an 18 in the hole.
Exactly.
So now I might just want to
But this
look
one
for
says-
a nice 10.
This one says take Larry's
You might have 2 in the
rosters.
hole too.
So now you could go back, but whatever this is, that's like you gotta like use a boss. Like I have a boss.
So you have to. So
Right?
you could like. You need 15 experience plus the boss.
Well, it's gotta be a boss card.
Well,
It's gotta be a boss card. So it's gotta be a boss card with 15, at least 15 points.
Yeah.
So I'm totally rocking the next turn. Now I just gotta like get past there.
aren't these all bosses?
No. See, it's got a little boss symbol.
Oh.
Yeah. Woo!
Right.
Boss
Sorry, no,
symbol.
Okay, I see it now. Yep.
But see, if you had a couple of those thieves guys, you could deploy them all, and you could lose against the monster, but you could attack me and take my boss.
We love you,
You'd have to have
Ben.
18.
So much love.
So,
So much love right now, Ben.
that would be a Travis move right there. That's the kind of thing he'd come up with. Like, what? I can't believe you just did that. So, are we done?
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap the game up. Okay, gentlemen, impressions?
I like the game.
No, it seems actually fun now that you got the rules. I would definitely play this again.
Yeah, it really plays well. And again, considering you've got 2 non-players who've never played the game before.
We're starting to pick it up.
Right.
And Larry is running the rules here.
There's been a few changes in the rules since me and him played it a year ago. And we only played it once. You have the game, but we haven't had a chance to...
No, we haven't played it. We haven't played it much. I haven't played it much since. I
Right.
think I played it 2 or 3 more times.
Right, since we played it. So it's been a while. The pickup on it is fairly fast, so it's really not a bad game as far as getting into it. Yeah, it's kind of like a boss monster style game, but I think it...
What's a card game?
Right,
Right.
it's a straight card game. It plays extremely well. There's a lot of variation in it. We played it with 3 players when we played it. I think more players, when you go to the full 4, I think it adds to the game. I think you definitely want, I know it's 2 to 4, but I think it's better with more players.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, look, there's a lot of screw you cards, and when you got 2 players, you're always screwing the same other player.
Well, that's true. The screw you cards do that. But if you got 3,
Right.
as long as there's always that other option.
Exactly. The problem with
Yeah.
2 players with a screw you game, and there's not a ton of it in this game, but there's some of it.
It's not the heart of the game.
No,
but
no.
it's definitely an element.
Right. So it's better with more players because it gives you more options who to screw. So it's not the same people. I'm getting you back.
Depending
You're getting me
on
back.
how you like to do that.
Right.
If you like to just like
I like to kind of meter.
get into
I like to
vendetta
meter
mode,
my punishment out.
or if you and which I think from a gameplay standpoint usually does you well
Yeah.
to meter it out.
Right.
Vendettas, you both lose and the other guy wins.
Exactly. Because right. Yeah. The guy who's not in the vendetta between you 2 is the guy who's going to take the game at the end of the game. So the game plays extremely well. Again, fairly straightforward, simple rules. Again, unique graphics, which we've talked about before. The fact that he did this in Microsoft Word, you said?
Yeah.
and all the graphics were designed in Word. They look freaking awesome.
Just whatever symbol characters were available. Of course, he obviously used all the filling and shading that you can possibly use.
But it works amazingly well.
Yeah, and he put it on. There's a freaking dragon.
I know.
Yeah,
What
you
the
can make
hell?
dragon out of Microsoft Word.
Yeah. So again, some really cool effects with the cards. He's done some great stuff on that. So strongly suggest this game. We will have links to Don's site.
No, dude, he wasn't on, but you know when we did it.
Well, he was on. It just didn't work.
Right, it didn't work well. But at full production, you can buy it now.
Yeah, it's his 3rd edition already.
All right, so
yeah, so this
I recommend run out and buy it.
I do too. I think this was a great game. It plays exceptionally well.
It'll be a Christmas gift.
Yeah, you know something? You want a stocking stuffer? This would make a great stocking stuffer. I like some of the things he's done now by double-siding the hero cards, which I think makes it so you have less hero cards you have to deal with. Just a lot of cool updates to this.
Well, that's where probably the rule changes. This is one of those things. God, I wish he was on. Where I want to talk about because I don't remember if the flipping was involved.
I don't remember that from the first
But
game.
I don't think it was because the version I have has many more cards.
Right.
And so there's less cards, but they're double-sided. So that sort of gives you like a different option. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna recruit this, but I'm gonna recruit the backside. You know, which I like that. I like that element of
Randomness.
known versus taking a chance of unknown, right? So and I don't know these cards well enough, but you know, obviously if a 7's a high card, and you flip it over, you would get a 2, right? But it would be interesting if you flip it over and sometimes it's an 8, sometimes it's a 2. That would be. I mean, you'd have to really,
right?
you'd have to really like work through every card and figure out like the flip side, and like random it enough so that when I see a 2, I don't know. There is at least one card where I flip it and there's a 1. You know. Because if it's always going to be better, I'm always going to flip it, right? And take it.
Right.
So, but I don't know these cards enough to know that he hasn't already done that. He may have. It's 3rd edition, right?
He may have, yeah.
So,
All
I
right.
feel like everyone's in on a joke, but I'm not there.
Because you don't have your computer with you, you're not monitoring what's going on right now. All right. So, Rob, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Okay. So let's end the round with something we haven't done in a long time, which is what have we learned here today?
What have we learned?
I learned about hot dogs.
There have been a lot of hot dogs tonight.
Ryan, what have you learned?
I have a sense of humor.
I have learned that if you're asked to join G2B's private chat room, politely deny.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
So Larry, do you got your phone on you?
I do.
Could you just for the end of this episode, just take
Scroll
a
through.
quick look?
Scroll really quickly to
Take
the
a
top
look.
and then scroll down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to do that, Larry.
Just scroll quickly to the top without looking at anything, and then slowly scroll
Yes.
down.
Yeah, slowly scroll
Oh,
down.
this is shit happening
There
there.
you go. Start scrolling, Larry. Just start scrolling.
There was, Larry, there was.
Yeah. Oh, shame. But that was way earlier.
Keep going.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, you're not letting him load, Larry. Jesus.
You know what? I saw that one enough.
Not that one.
All right. So, Rob, finish taking us out.
Is this,
Oh, here's the
all, is this all based on waiting when we discussed waiting earlier?
No.
No, we're just, we're
So,
a little hungry tonight.
so you've waited through another live episode of Guys, Games,
We're
and
so
Beer.
sorry.
This is one of
Hey.
those.
I didn't do what I learned.
Okay, yeah, Larry, what have you learned?
Damn it! Given enough time, a lot of time, you can come up with some amazing art with Microsoft Word.
Yes, you can.
He totally has a dungeon entranceway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
I can
gotta.
barely put a PowerPoint presentation together.
Hey,
But again,
it
good
takes a
game.
minute.
We will have links to the game on our website and below everything. Definitely, again, you're looking for a good stocking stuffer for Christmas. This would be a great game for a stocking stuffer. All right.
Yeah, so,
Now in stocking stuffer size.
if
Yeah.
you enjoyed this live stream,
And why
You're
would
sick.
you have?
why would
Because I gotta tell
you're
you,
sick.
this was brutal tonight.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Technical difficulty.
You get, yeah, most people back watching won't catch any of the technical.
No, we're gonna
difficulties
edit
except
those
the
out.
sounds. I mean, they're out in the final stream version, but yeah, you can check us out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Of course, www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer. You can ask to join the G2B chat room, for God's sake.
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
It was.
Seriously,
Tyson
don't
down
do it.
watch it on the screen. This is the kind of thing you're gonna miss if you listen to the regular podcast. Because sure as hell, I'm using the substitution that I've had stored up for the last couple months. There's no way this is going on the audio version. Check us out on Twitter. At Guys Games Beer and Twitch. www.twitch.tv/guysgamesandbeer.
Heads up, guys, we will be giving away a free game on the Twitter account tomorrow.
That is absolutely true. Yeah, and you can message us at, for the love of God, at guysgamesandbeer.net. Real email address, too.
I know, isn't that scary?
That's all I have to say about this. We need the closing credits. It was excellent, in my opinion. I think if anything, we had a good time.
We don't care if you enjoyed it. We had an amazing time. All right, bye all.
And Larry's all mad about all the dicks. Just saying.
There were so many.
There were so many dicks.
All right.